NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on NEWS.MC, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Roland Brodigam. I'm the ambassador of Mercy Ships here in Monaco, and you're watching NEWS.MC on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The Grimaldi Forum unveiled Monaco and the Napoleons across destiny on July the 10th, a major summer exhibition initiated by Louis Ducruet. Featuring nearly 200 artworks, documents and personal objects, many displayed in Monaco for the first time. 1/3 of the objects come from the collection of David Iacobachvili. The exhibition explores the little-known connections between the Grimaldi dynasty and Napoleon's family. Visitors can see Bonaparte's iconic hat, soldiers' clocks engraved with "You will see me lose battles but never time," and intimate exchanges between Prince Honoré and Alexandre Dumas. A descendant of Napoleon attending the preview revealed how surprised he was by the deep familial links, including Prince Albert I's marriage to Stéphanie de Beauharnais' granddaughter. The exhibition traces over a century of intertwined histories, including France's annexation of Monaco in 1793 and Prince Honoré's presence at Napoleon's 1815 return from exile. Running until August 31st, the exhibition invites visitors to rediscover Monaco's past through art, diplomacy, and family connections. The Embassy of Monaco in Italy hosted a double celebration in Rome, marking 150 years of Monegasque diplomatic representation and 20 years of the reign of Prince Albert II on July the 10th. Held during the annual reception for the prince's accession, the event gathered key figures from the Italian and Monegasque political and diplomatic spheres. Ambassador Robert Fillon reflected on the historical depth of relations since 1875, when Prince Charles II established the embassy shortly after the end of Sardinian occupation, reaffirming Monaco's sovereignty. Christophe Robineau, Monaco's Minister of Social Affairs and Health, highlighted the strength of bilateral ties and new opportunities for collaboration, particularly in healthcare, with neighbouring Liguria. A poignant moment came when the Carabiniers du Prince Jazz Trio performed both national anthems, with the Monegasque anthem sung a cappella abroad for the first time. High-level Italian representation, including Carlo Deodato and Giorgio Silli, underlined the enduring partnership between the two nations. Guests received commemorative gifts celebrating this rich diplomatic history. Classical music filled the Prince's Palace courtyard as the Monte Carlo Philharmonic Orchestra launched its annual summer series Under the Stars on July the 10th. The tradition, founded by Prince Rainier III in 1959, opened with a concert conducted by Lawrence Foster, a former musical director warmly welcomed back by the orchestra and audience. Prince Albert II attended the event, which featured acclaimed violinist Daniel Lozakovich performing Wieniawski's Violin Concerto No. 2. The season includes 5 concerts through August 7th, offering a blend of historic ambiance, exceptional acoustics, and world-class performances. The 39th edition of the Hercules Diamond League meeting on July the 11th lit up Monaco's Stade Louis II with a night of elite athletics, emotional tributes, and record-breaking performances. Nearly 16,000 spectators filled the stands for what was also the final edition under longtime director Jean-Pierre Schöbel. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II was in attendance, paying a heartfelt tribute to Schöbel's legacy and his pivotal role in building Hercules into one of the world's top athletics meetings. The evening began in spectacular fashion, with Dutch Olympic champion Femke Bol dominating the 400 metres in a world-leading time of 51.95 seconds, a new meet record. Middle distance events saw Olympic champion Emmanuel Wanyonai set a blistering pace in the men's 800 metres, clinching another meeting record in a race stacked with the world's best. In the women's 1,000 metres, Kenya's Nelly Chepchirchir continued her unbeaten season, clocking 2 minutes and 29.77 seconds, the 4th fastest time in history. Ethiopia's Yomif Keyelcha delivered a commanding win in the 5,000 metres, while France's Jimmy Gressier thrilled local fans with a surprise second-place finish, marking his first ever Diamond League podium. "It's an honour to podium in Monaco," he said, "the best atmosphere in the world." Sprint events lived up to expectations. Julian Alfred won the women's 100 metres in 10.79 seconds, while the men's 200 metres saw Olympic stars Noah Lyles and Letsile Tebogo battle it out in a thrilling duel. Lyles edged the victory, with both athletes breaking the 20-second barrier. Monaco's own Théo Andon, more familiar with the 400 metres, took on the 200 metres, setting a new personal best and soaking up the crowd's support. Local pride was further boosted by the participation of Jean-Noël Crétinois in the men's triple jump and a strong performance in the under-23s category, making it a record 3 athletes from Monaco featured in the main programme. The evening concluded with Swedish pole vault sensation Mondo Duplantis setting a new meet record at 6.05 metres. Though he narrowly missed breaking his world record due to challenging wind conditions, the crowd roared in support. As Frédéric Chopin prepares to take over leadership from Schobel in 2026, the legacy of excellence and community spirit remains firmly intact. Hercules continues to be a shining example of Monaco's deep commitment to sport, performance, and passion. Students from the summer session of the A2M, named the Reign of Prince Rainier III cohort, were awarded their certificates on July the 12th in Monaco. The program brought together young people from diverse backgrounds for a series of theoretical courses focused on marine conservation. In addition to lectures, participants engaged in round-table discussions and met with key stakeholders from the maritime sector. The session concluded with a closing conference on the theme of energy and sustainability. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II was in attendance, underscoring the Principality's commitment to ocean education and environmental stewardship among the next generation. The 76th Monaco Red Cross Gala brought star power, glamour and heartfelt emotion to the Salle des Étoiles on Saturday, July 12, 2025. Their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene led the prestigious charity evening, joined by family members Camille Gottlieb, Louis Ducruet and Marie Chevalier, as well as notable guests including Charles Leclerc, Brigitte Nielsen and Adriana Carimbeau. More than 800 guests gathered to support the Monegasque Red Cross and honour a historic occasion, 20 years since Prince Albert II's accession to the throne. Princess Charlene, Vice President of the Red Cross, delivered a touching tribute to her husband's leadership and compassion, declaring, "We love you, we support you, and we thank you for being there for us." The night featured an elegant dinner by chef Thierry Saez Manzanares, a luxury prize draw, a spectacular fireworks display over the sea, and a rock concert by Billy Idol. The gala, founded in 1948, continues to symbolize Monaco's enduring spirit of generosity, solidarity, and celebration. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II visited Saint-Paul-de-Vence and La Colle-sur-Loue on July the 12th and 13th, 2 towns now recognized as Grimaldi historical sites of Monaco. The visit honoured centuries of connection between these communes and the princely family, including Prince Honoré III's governorship of Saint-Paul in the 18th century. It also recalled the deeply personal ties of Princess Grace, who visited the area in 1955, just before her marriage to Prince Rainier III. In a moving tribute, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II reflected on the beauty of these historic links and the photographs capturing his mother's time in the region. The visit was marked by exhibitions and public events, strengthening cultural bonds between Monaco and the Alpes-Maritimes. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II was the guest of honour at the French National Day reception hosted by the French Embassy in Monaco on July the 15th. Held on the sun terraces of Monte Carlo, the event brought together Monegasque and French dignitaries, including French Ambassador Jean de Haussonville, to mark Bastille Day and celebrate the close ties between the 2 nations. The evening served as a renewed symbol of Franco-Monegasque friendship, solidarity and cooperation. During his address, Ambassador de Haussonville announced that Prince Albert II would make a return state visit to France in 2026, reinforcing diplomatic and cultural ties. The occasion highlighted the enduring strength of relations between Monaco and its neighbouring republic. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Roland Broughtigam. I'm the ambassador of Mercy Ships here in Monaco. I lived in Germany, in rural Germany, until I was 14. Then I moved to Holland, where I lived 17 years, in Rotterdam. This is where I got into shipping also. After Holland, I moved to Australia, where I was for 9-10 years as a shipbroker, and we had a very successful story there in Australia. But then we were given the opportunity to live in Monaco, and that was 2010. And I've been a proud resident of Monaco since then. This is very funny because I always tell people the same thing. It was not my choice. I think we were chosen, and I think to live in Monaco, I think you're chosen. For me, Monaco is home. So that's very simple. I have no intention to ever leave, and I travel around the world and I'm busy a lot. But Monaco is my home. It's where my home is, where my heart is, where my work is, where everything is. We are working particularly in subsea and offshore construction. And offshore construction can mean both oil and gas and renewables energy. Interestingly though, that Monaco does have a large shipping community. Member of the Propeller Club, and it's not uncommon for there to be 100 people there on the Wednesday night to talk to each other once a month. And so there is a big shipping community as well here, outside of the yachting industry. Mercy Ships is an organization that operates the two largest civilian hospital ships, the African Mercy and the Global Mercy. On board of these ships in Africa, healthcare is provided to people who have zero access to healthcare. It's an amazing organization which started in 1978, and I became to be involved with Mercy Ships during COVID period. In Monaco, I'm the ambassador for Mercy Ships, so I try to raise awareness for this wonderful charity. And of course, there are other ambassadors outside of Monaco. But in Monaco, I'm the ambassador. Yes, and so I do that with a lot of love. So they're volunteers, so they work for free, and they take 6 months out of their lives, or longer, sometimes a year or longer, to do nothing else than to heal people in the poorest countries on earth for free. So throughout the years, if I'm not mistaken, over 55,000 healthcare professionals have been trained on board. So it has a huge impact on the local community. So not only do we operate, but we also provide training so they can help themselves better, particularly in the rural areas. So Mercy Ships has a huge direct impact. This is what I always like to say. It's a direct impact charity. The ship itself will be somewhere around $250 million US, I'd say. Equipment, a lot of it is donated. No government support, except a very minor part from the UK government and the Norwegian government. But they are not even 5%, I understand, from the total revenue. And the rest donations, so we depend on people like the generosity of, in our case, the people of Monaco. The people in Monaco can support Mercy Ships by going on the Eventbrite website and buy a ticket for the gala, although there are not so many tickets left. But we will have other events in the future. And then, of course, you can donate directly on mercyships.org. It would be amazing if Mercy Ships would not be necessary. For me personally, Mercy Ships, it's taken a lot of my time and effort, and I do that with a lot of love. Having said that, after the gala, I try to see personally where I can contribute more towards the Monaco community, and we're very happy to announce that we can have a cooperation with the Barbadians, and that Mercy Ships hopefully next year already, if not soon, will be the recipient of the contributions to the Barbadians charity. So we've been approved by the Barbadians, and we are extremely proud and happy to be able to announce that. We always receive guests and welcome them very gladly in Monaco and show them around. And when I have business people and we have a couple of hours, I always drive them to the palace and show them around the Rock and the Oceanographic Museum. Try to show them also the places that people don't necessarily see, and go to restaurants that perhaps are more for the locals. So we do that with a lot of pleasure, and it's always appreciated. And it has become more modern. We have now Mare Terra, amazing development. The entire waterfront is almost modernized. Larvotto has changed amazingly, and I'm sure that there will be many more exciting developments to come. And yes, from when it comes to restaurants and nightlife, etc., I think Monaco beats them all. First of all, always very happy to come back, and other cities have, of course, other places, in my opinion, of trying to copy part of Monaco, but you simply cannot copy the heritage and the culture. It's impossible. So it's unique. And particularly also, don't forget the safety we enjoy in this place. It's amazing, the education, the healthcare. These are things that are very, very important to live in. So yes, for me it's a unique place. Of course, the same counts more or less for Dubai and Singapore also, but then they lack the culture and the heritage that we enjoy here.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, News.MC and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Gilles Dayan, Chairman and Founder of Opera Gallery. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit News.MC and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.